It's also 1:55, so it shouldn't be too turbulent in the air right now.
Jordan, you told me that one day you're gonna come here. Today's the day.
We're gonna go back in the air.
Are you excited, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm very excited. Waited for this to happen for a very long time. When I go up in the air, it's about freedom, it's about exploration, it's about spreading your wings and soaring. Well, it all started when I was young and I wanted to seek my adventure, I wanted to explore, I wanted to travel.
As I remember the first glimpse of his interest to become a pilot is when my brother let him try on his flight suit for the very first time. From that day on, that was it. Plus also he watched the movie called Top Gun, as that's one of my favorite movies, and more he got really interested.
I was ready for the challenge. I was ready for everything that came. The moment to be in flight school, to complete flight school, to be winged. I was there about 2 months. 2 months, yeah. I was just about to solo for IFS.
We start tonight with breaking news. 8 people are now in the hospital after a car hit a group of pedestrians in Perdido Key.
Florida Highway Patrol says that one man is still in critical condition, 24-year-old Jordan Lowe.
So essentially, I was hanging out with a bunch of guys who I commissioned with, and we were walking to get some food in Perdido Key. And as we were getting closer to the restaurant, drunk driver comes from behind us and wipes us all down, mows us all down. I was in the back, and so I took most of the hit. On impact, I went into a coma for 3 days. I had my MCL, ACL torn, my calf muscle torn. I suffered a left side hemiparesis, a weakening of my left side of my body, and so suffered a very severe traumatic brain injury.
There's not one single spot in his body that did not have scratches or bruises.
They never thought I'd walk again, talk again. They thought I was gonna be on a ventilator for the rest of my life. They thought I'd be on a feeding tube for the rest of my life and never be independent again. Yes, life forever changed.
And I know that for a fact that he wanted to live. Something told me that that's what he wants to do. And I was calmly at that one point to tell the doctor that my son's not ready to die yet.
And from then on, that night, my father next to my bedside witnesses my arm move. And the nurse calls the speech pathologists, the surgeons, the doctors, and they all come rushing in. Jordan, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Nothing happened. Jordan, if you hear me, give me a second finger. Nothing happened. And then she said, Jordan, if you could hear me, give me the bird. And so I guess I knew what that was in a coma. I flipped them all off. Doctors said he responded to a command. We got a response. All options of pulling the plug are off the table. And from then on, I lived. So this jacket was gifted to me by my command, and all their 8 guys that were hit with me wanted to come up with a call sign for me. They bring me this jacket. They said, hey, this is your jacket, and it has your call sign on it. And, I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, so they hand it to me and they said, your call sign's Phoenix. And I'm like, get out. Like, have we not gone through enough? You're gonna call me Phoenix because I'm from Phoenix. And they're like, no, because you're gonna rise from the ashes. And it's been fitting. It's been the mentality of, the mentality all along in recovery. Your injury incinerates you to a certain point where you are left in ashes. It gave me a spirit in which that I'm gonna fly again. I'm going to get up out of this pile of ashes, my own ashes, and I'm going to make a life that I want to live, a life that I want for myself.
Okay, go ahead and lift up that left foot. Pull up, pull, pull.
Thus, I was in a wheelchair and bedridden for about 16 weeks and not walking.
Today is August the 6th. 2017, and Jordan is walking by himself. It's been a little bit over 3 months from the accident. Jordan working every single day to get where he's at right now.
I cannot explain how you never give up. As my nephew, as a fellow service member, you are what this country's about. So, exactly.
Yes, yeah, I was told I would never walk again. But that was the time I checked something off my list, a big one too.
Stretching like an old quad.
Marty Party, that's what he's called.
Oh God, yeah, Marty Party was my nickname.
With long hair.
No,
skateboards.
No, we're not talking about my high school days. Not talking about my long hair or skinny jeans. Obviously, when it happened, I was completely devastated. Like, I've never been so devastated in my entire life, but I knew deep down, somewhere within me, that this is just a hump in the road for him. It kind of pretty much, it sucks, but he's gonna obviously get better from it. It's the way I looked at it. Like, it's almost like it didn't happen. I mean, it's, he's walking like it's never happened. He's recovering at a substantial rate. So, thank you. Always.
Brother. Love you, dude.
Love you. Even though you go to U of A.
They said I'd never walk again. They said I'd never talk again. They said I would be on a ventilator feeding tube for the rest of my life. They thought I was going to be a vegetable, and clearly not. I believe it's fueled by my desire to serve and my desire to return to a life in which I had worked so diligently hard for.
This is, why I joined the Navy, to be around this kind of culture and see those planes take off, to see those guys and girls in the cockpit. That's where I want to be. I went into a coma wanting to be a naval aviator. I woke up wanting to be a naval aviator. Nothing has changed.
Not for a second have I ever thought about another goal or mission. It all makes sense to you in recovery. Sure, why this happened to you, but also why you have your passions and your desires that you want in life throughout your life. Being in the Navy only for 2 years, but being so passionate about it to serve and to wear the uniform proudly, it almost becomes a part of you. It almost becomes embedded into your DNA.
It was like this.
Yeah.
What would Tom Cruise Maverick say?
For a long time, there was a lot of uncertainties and guesses of if I would ever be in the air again. And as I progressed in recovery, that answer became a little bit more clear to me. First opportunity I had to go back in the air, I took it. It was a sense of freedom. I left all my worries and concerns on the ground, and I went up there and spread my wings. It reminded me a lot of my time in Pensacola flying out there, and it's a position in a situation I wish and I work so diligently for to regain. Everything is geared towards getting back to Pensacola, returning to flight training, and revitalizing a dream and a mission that I had before and I have now.
Cheers, buddy. Happy birthday, man. I love you.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
I believe I have a greater sense of mental fortitude now than I did when I was there, and to cherish every moment and to live life to the fullest. It's a cliche saying, and I've heard it 1,000 times, but I never really knew the worth in that saying, because you don't want to get kicked off the mountain before you really realize that statement is true.